So what is product strategy? If you think about it, on the top of your mountain, iceberg, whatever it is, you want to think about your company mission or your company vision as what is driving your product strategy. So there are people who are sitting up there who are trying to think about the company mission, vision, who are thinking about, hey, where should the company mission or vision fit in, etc. Under that comes your company strategy. So a company could have multiple products, and so a company needs to have its own strategy of how they are taking their overall company forward, right? So for Microsoft, we have a one sentence mission vision where it says empower everybody to achieve more, and that's what drives all of our product decisions. But that's a company mission vision, and the company strategy is to have, back then it was to have a PC on everybody's desk. Now it is mobile first, cloud first. That's your company strategy. Then comes your product strategy. Product strategy is kind of under these two umbrellas, if you will, and every product obviously will have its own strategy. And it's kind of the company mission and the company strategy is the guiding light for the product strategy, but every product should have its own strategy. Under the product strategy come your product roadmap and how are you going to execute on that roadmap. So I will broadly cover, from the green box down. I'm not going to cover anything about the company mission, vision, company strategy, and etc. So I'll talk to you guys about what do I think go into the product strategy, how do you form a product roadmap, and your feature and execution plans, etc. So this is something that I have in my head every time when, say, I'm writing a product release document or a product specification document, etc. This is how I kind of structure my document or even my thought process, if you will, right? So I call it the buzzer method, and I also have the acronyms for the buzzer method. So I start with the business goal or the company goal. Most of the times when I'm writing it, it's not about the company goal because it's a very broad company, and cloud first, mobile first kind of applies everywhere. So I kind of skip that. But what I instead do is, because I'm in the M365 or the Office 365 acquisition space, I start by saying, what is the business goal of the team that I am part of, right? So I'm part of the modern acquisition team. So my business goal is to acquire new users. So that's my business goal. And what I'm striving for is to have a better number of subscribers across, that's where I get into the users segment, across consumer and SMB segments. So my user target or my user audience, my target audiences fall under the consumer and the SMB bucket. And from there, I kind of go into the solution space of thinking, okay, so now I have this business strategy and I know who are my target audiences, etc. What are the solution spaces that I can think about? What are the features that I can drive to kind of drive up this number? From there, I go into my prioritization mode. So the sacrifice trade-off mode. That is, what are going to be my key things that I'm going to prioritize for? MVP, V1, V2, my North Star, etc. And that's where my roadmap, my trade-off documentation also comes into play. And then from then on, I get into the executions phase. Now that I know what I'm going to build on, you start working with your engineers, you start talking about, hey, can we build this? What does the execution roadmap look like? When can we release it to production and things like that? Once released to production, then comes my rate of change or the metrics that I'm trying to measure, my measurement of success, failure, North Star, guardrail metrics, etc.